What is up, guys? It's Boys Productions here, back with another video. And in today's video, we're doing another episode of every James episode ever. So this next episode, as I told y'all last episode, we're doing Season 1, Episode 8. James Learns a Lesson. Now, before we continue, I just want to remind you guys a few episodes that James are included in. Other characters are like the main characters of it. For an example, Trouble in the Sheds. So, Trouble in the Sheds will be included in this one, even though James isn't the only main character of that episode.
Anyways, let's get started.
To get things started, we have my boy James just puffing along the line as usual. Meets up with Edward and Sir Topham Hatt. Sir Topham Hatt tells the two that they can pull passenger trains and coaches. And yes, I know, I think if I'm correct, Edward is also a mixed traffic engine, if I'm correct. And that they have to learn from their mistakes. James knew what Sir Topham Hatt meant, doing a little flashback from the last episode, Thomas Saves the Day, where he completely derailed off the tracks, all thanks to those trucks pushing him. Oh, and there's Thomas in the background. I guess they can never go an episode without Thomas. I mean, that's for the other episodes. The other episodes, Thomas is included in some. We see the next scene, Edward telling James to be careful as James is pushing some express coaches behind him. He also tells James that the coaches don't like being bumped. Which also kind of reminds me of that one episode. There's like this one episode I can remember. I just don't know which season and episode it was from. But there's like this one episode where Henry took the express and he was bumping the coaches and all that stuff. Comment down below which episode was that. Everyone came to the station to admire James. He tells himself that he's a really splendid engine. And I mean, you are. Except for a little goof up there. Can we zoom in? Yeah, right there. At his dome. There seems to be a little, red spots on, bro. Alright, James, you gotta get your dome fixed so it's, fully golden. Not golden with, red spots, alright? And then suddenly, James blows off steam. Then suddenly, wet spots, or water, I think, lands on Sir Topham Hatt's new top hat. My eyes are burning looking at Sir Topham Hatt's shiny, bald head. I swear. Just then, the conductor blows his whistle from the coach. James is nervous that he'll get in trouble, so he hurries Edward so they can get going. I see that smile on your face, Edward, but I have a feeling inside you're feeling mad because James is rushing you just because he, gets in trouble for some stupid top hat. And not just Edward was grumbling. The coaches for two. They were saying, don't go too fast, don't go too fast. I can just imagine Sonic the Steam Engine was pulling this train. I have a feeling those coaches would die going too fast. See, I told you Edward wasn't liking it. Look at that sad face, bro. He knew James was rushing for something. And James is sad too. Because he got in trouble. Anyways, they pass by Dry Off. Both of them looking sad. Edward because James rushed him, I guess. No, Edward because James rushed him. And then James. He's probably gonna get in trouble for blowing off Sir Topham Hatt's top hat. I just feel it. Oh no, they weren't about to pass Dry Off. So they stopped at Dry Off. Alright. I guess I was just going too fast. But then they reversed, noticing only two coaches left on the platform. But I mean, this train is too big, because look at the size of... Actually, never mind. I don't think so. So, the passengers pretty much forgot what happened at the station. Or Thomas... No. Why do I keep thinking every character is Thomas, but it's not? Dang it. Anyways, the passengers forgot what James did, so James is happy about that. And so they soon arrive at Ellis Bridge, aka a part of Thomas's branch line. And plus, my number one boy, my favorite engine of the show, Thomas, is there with Annie and Clarabelle. Nice. Thomas tells James that he's feeling better. Thomas's guard's whistle blows. That means he has to go. Thomas says he doesn't know what Sir Tom Hatt would do without him on this branch line. To be honest, I respect that. And then the most random thing I've seen. Usually I would see Clarabelle like the other way, but she's facing where Annie's facing. What is going on? Did like her coupling snap at the back of her or something? Now this has to be a goof or something, because she's supposed to be facing the other way. Clarabelle's supposed to be facing the other way, not that way. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Soon we see him pass the field where James had his crash. I bet James is about to have PTSD mode on when he passes this place. Always. Which, yeah, I bet to this day, if they added this field in Orange and Go, I bet he would still remember that accident from years ago. The fences were fixed again, and the cows were back. But also, I don't see any fences. Unless that's like, down the line. Then we see him pass this place. I don't know why, but like, the sky has like some Thomas and the Magic Railroad feeling for some reason. Like, the sky looks like it's gonna change into like dark blue or something. The Thomas and the Magic Railroad kind of sky, you know. So they soon stop their journey at this station, which I think it's Crosby or something. No, I think it is because they just passed Elsbridge. But James is looking worried right here. So that means our prediction is for Tom Hatt's probably at the station or something. No, it was just James wondering what Sir Tom Hatt would say about his hat. But then they soon take off again. Soon we cut to the next scene where we get to see James at the sheds with Sir Tom Hatt and his I think workman. I don't know. So Tom Hatt says if he doesn't behave, he'll change his red paint to blue. Which becomes a reality when we get to see the CGI episode, An Engine of Many Colors. He looks kind of cool colored blue, you know. The narrator says that James didn't like that at all. He's being rough with the branch line coaches. James is mad, saying that Gordon doesn't have to fetch his own coaches. No one came near James, so he had to prove himself. The coaches yelled that James is going too fast. Wonder who's pulling that train? Nope. Apparently, it's actually Markland. It's Markland. Because one of the episodes he's included in are James and the coaches. And that's the episode we're pretty much in right now, which was retitled to James Learns a Lesson. So, yeah. That's Markland pulling the train. We just got a rare sighting of Markland. Yippee! A number counter right down there will be added. So for each time we see a freight train, that might be Markland. And also, I just realized something. If you zoom in right there, you can pretty much see that's Annie and Clarabelle. Hey, yo, Thomas, I think James might be your next target because he's taking your coaches. Oh yeah, James is definitely most cooked. Yep, this is Annie and Clarabelle. I mean, that's either the two. And soon they make a stop at the middle of the tracks. So the oil is, broken, I think, I don't know what they said. So they need a bootlace, which is pretty much James and the bootlace. I knew this is James and the bootlace, I just knew it. I think how I knew it was from my, Railway Series channel, which y'all should check it out. But they question where the bootlace is going to come from. A man named Jeremiah Wobblings, if I'm correct, said he would refuse to use his bootlace to continue. And all the passengers are yelling how bad of a railway it is. But at last, he gave him his bootlace. That way they could start back up again. They also passed Henry's tunnel. He promised to never bump some coaches again. And we finished the video just in time. Make sure to subscribe.